Hey guys, and welcome to another Star Citizen video from LXD Maniac, or just me. In this one I wanted to address a few major issues that are kinda concern to a lot of people, or I just would say for misinformed or not enough informed people, but I see in the subreddits and then on the Reddit forums that there are a lot of backers that are also concerned. But again, I get it, like a lot of people have lives and children and jobs and whatnot, so they don't have time to watch an hour of ATV and then another hour of RTV and then, maybe some other shows and then read the monthly reports that can be like a lot of reading. So there is a lot of information, but people are just not as well informed about it as they could be or should be, or however you want to take it. So in this one I want to just cover some major issues about is there any progress, or is the progress too slow in Star Citizen? Will the game ever be finished? And will Star Citizen maybe run out of money and then the progress will stop altogether and the game will never be finished, or they're just gonna release some kind of alpha state that they have at this point, and then that's it, like call it a complete game, and then that's what we're gonna get. So I wanted to cover those kind of major things, and I wanted to talk about a little bit about my channel, because I tried to do also some news updates and stuff like that in previous videos, and I thought about it a couple of last weeks, and I want to do more like these, fun gameplay footages, maybe some roleplay videos like a pirate's tale, and then videos like this, share my thoughts from time to time with you guys, and maybe open a dialogue in the comments and so on. So I'll try and do this quick. So let's go with the first point. Is Star Citizen going to run out of money and this whole game is gonna go to shit? Well, no, it's not, and it's not even a possibility anymore, because every video I mention right now, I'll leave the links in the description so you can watch them for yourself, and you can also check it out for yourselves. But when you watch an old video 3 or 4 years ago, when David Braben and Chris Roberts were interviewed by a guy, and he posted it has like 3 or 4 parts, I think, maybe 5. So you can watch the whole interview, and there's one thing that Chris Roberts mentioned already then, because at that point they already had like $7 million or something. So the guy asked him, like, you have so much more than you asked in your Kickstarter, what you're gonna do with all that money? And Chris Roberts said, like, that for a AAA game, like a big game that we want to build, $7 million is actually not a lot of money. And the Kickstarter was actually not for raising the money for the game, for the whole game. The Kickstarter was actually to prove a point, and that was his words. You can watch that interview, very interesting. To prove a point to the people who actually financed it, that there is a market for it, that people are interested in a space simulation, that there is a lot of people who will buy this game. And that was the point of that Kickstarter. You have a lot of people mentioning now, what if people stop giving him money, they're gonna run out of money and they gotta close the company. No, he's already proven beyond any shadow of a doubt that there is a huge market for this game. He already raised by his own over $100 million. He can go to whoever you want right now, any company, and ask for another 100 million, and they would give him without any question, because they see how many people already are spending a shitload of money on this game. So he already has proven that the market for this game is huge, and that there is no doubt that people will buy it when it's finished. So the money is not an issue. That's just a stupid point. People that are misinformed or not informed at all are just, talking out of their ass, I like to say. But that's really not an issue anymore. So let's go over the second point. Is the progress slow, actually? Is the progress of the game slow? So that's another thing. The people like to say, this game is in development already 3-4 years, so there's not much to show for after 4 years of development. But well, that's totally wrong, because the game is not in development for years. 4 years ago there was just 5 people with an idea. There was no company, there was no building a game. There was just 5 people that had a great idea, put some footage together and pitched that to the Kickstarter to get people's attention and to show them what they're going for. So a lot of time went into building a company first, or to be exact, to getting the right people for the job. This is where I turned off the music, just to hear the sound of this constellation booting up. It's so fucking awesome. It's so fucking awesome. Let's just watch this Connie fly off and then I'll continue my rant. Look at it, man. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, a lot of that time went into searching for the right people, because we have so many games in the past that showed us throwing money at something won't create a good game. That's not how it works, and it didn't work in the past and won't work in the future as well. So when you look at the people that he now has in his company, what they've put together, that's like a dream team in NBA, that you would take like the best players and then put them in one team to make the ultimate dream team. You have such amazing people. When you listen to the interviews, what they have done in the past and what they have worked on, like they worked on the biggest titles and biggest games and movies and whatnot, animations before. So you have really an awesome group of veterans who came together to this. So it's not an indie company that it's making its first big title and they don't know exactly what they're getting into, you know, and that's gonna create problems on its own and stuff like that. No, these are veterans. These are people who worked on huge titles before, that know what it entails, that know that there's gonna be a lot of issues and problems that they have to tackle. So that's again not an issue. And regarding the progress of the game, so Jared mentioned in the last RTV very nicely, like the company is working at its full capacity maybe the last year and a half or so, because finally, you know, stuff came together. They got all the people they needed. They still hire people, but now they have a good group of people who are now familiar with the engine, with the stuff they're doing, with the stuff that they'd want to do. So now it starts to, you know, get really interesting and starts producing a lot of stuff, and we can see that, you know, people are dismissing so many things that we can already see in the mini PU stuff that a year or 2 years ago people were saying it's a pipe dream, that's never going to happen. We already have it in the PU. We have physics grid within a physics grid and stuff like that. We go into ships, out of ships, FPS, shoot each other, you know, in ships, in stations, or EVAing, or, you know, all that already works. It's right there. If they took time now, a month or two, just to polish this would be a freaking awesome game in itself, even though it doesn't have much. But if it were polished, it would be a shitload of fun, you know? So progress is actually moving pretty fast, in my opinion. It's mind-blowing, because you can already see, Chris Roberts mentioned in the 2.7 patch, we will get procedural planets. So you can count on September, October maybe, that we will get already a procedural planet, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be such a fun playground to play in. It's just going to be amazing and mind-blowing. So by this time next year, we already will have played Squadron 42, and we'll probably have a shitload of stuff in the mini PU that we can do, and go to procedural planet and land on it and fly and then move around the planet and drive our dragonflies around, you know, deserts or whatever we're gonna have, who knows. But so that's not an issue. The progress is actually moving pretty damn fast, and it's awesome to see it happening. And the last thing is, will this game will ever be finished? Yes, it will. A lot of points that people make is, you know, they keep adding stuff, they keep adding features that they want to do, and that's just too much. They're never gonna finish the game. Well, they are not adding. new features. The features are already locked. They already set their goals, what they want to achieve now with the game until it's finished, and then they're going to develop it further. But the features are locked in, and they're now just building what they set to build. So no, it's not going to be endless adding of this and that and whatnot. That is already in the plan. It's already locked in. So yeah, that's actually it in itself. So to not rant any further, I don't want to make this video too long. Don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you guys for watching. If you had something to add, leave me a comment. I would love to open this discussion, because you always can learn something new, you know, and there's a lot of information, you know, that we just don't see because it's all over the place. So there's a lot of people that have useful information. We just have to talk to each other. I think that's the main thing here. So yeah, any discussion that you guys want, or just if you have a interesting discussion on Reddit, you know, just leave me a link in the comments so I can see it and I can maybe join in, or just read about what people have already said and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you liked the footage as well. I tried to take some interesting footage of the 2.4 patch and just show you guys a little bit of the fun gameplay and the beautiful game that looks so incredible when you just use those camera angles and stuff like that. It looks incredible. And yeah, thank you all guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.